5 at Ascot. It is Perth, race number 12 for our Singapore viewers. Of course, it's the Group 3 Northerly Stakes over the 1400 metres. And again, I'm just so excited about seeing a couple of these go head to head.
Oh, we had a brilliant finish to the birthday stakes with Blackheart Bart and Fuchsia Bandana fighting it out right to the line with the former doing the best. So we have that race coming here with Dawn Approach not suited. Wink and a Nod was too far back. It looks like a really good race.
Well, that's the replay that we're going to look at. As you mentioned, a really close finish. Blackheart Bart was able to salute, and we'll take a look at that win now.
And last is Woodbine at the 350. Benito led Dawn Approach. Now letting down comes at him. It's stablemate Blackheart Bart joined in quickly though. Fuchsia Bandana, then Wink and a Nod struggling behind them. Blackheart Bart races up with 100 to go, but Dawn Approach kicks and Fuchsia Bandana starting to come through with a run. Here's Fuchsia Bandana. She's driving at Blackheart Bart. Blackheart Bart the outside with his nose in front. I think.
Yeah, brilliant performance by Blackheart Bart. It was a great ride by Glenn Smith. Had it in 1 out, 1 back, and speaking to Vaughan Sigley, he thought the horse was perhaps only 80% fit, or Glenn Smith actually said that. So there's only improvement to come. Scary
signs if that's the case. I thought Fuchsia Bandana was really unlucky to finish second. If you have a look at the top of the straight or as they're cornering, and Benito's just in front. Jared Noski's literally standing vertical on this horse. So we know that it does improve second up. It hadn't won first up going in, kept that record going, but second up, 3 attempts for 2 victories and a third. 1400 metres just looks really hard to beat. Yeah,
same boat as Blackheart Bart, probably a little unfit coming into that race, but that's where you compare the second up records. Blackheart Bart has never won. Fuchsia Bandana probably more suited at that second up and has drawn very nicely from barrier 2.
I thought number 6 Wink and a Nod was still the run of the race. Looking at that replay again before the show, and the way they attacked the line strongly, there had to been an extra 100 metres, 150 metres. This horse just simply wins. So it gets to the 1400 now. I've still got queries of how to handle Ascot and how it all play out, but can't be ignored.
Yeah, it doesn't have a great record at Ascot, does it? But it was annoyed quite a lot by Hazardbeal last start, and it was against the tempo and the bias. Drawn really nicely. Look, it's probably going to get run of the race, and I think it can win.
And what about number 2, Dawn Approach? Again, I saw 1400 metres and went no, but that was the minder taken over. Had to then go through the races and look when it's raced over the 1400 metres, and we've talked about it before. And again, last time it raced over that, it took a horse like Shining Knight to beat it when it carried 59 kilos.
Completely agree with Dawn Approach. I looked at the 1400 metres and said no, but then when you truly look at those runs, this horse has improved out of sight in the last 9 months or so. And coming into this, what it did in the birthday stakes, I think it's another major threat.
Well, let's take a look at selections then, and I'm going to be tipping number 5, Fuchsia Bandana, from number 1, Blackheart Bart, number 6, Wink and a Nod, and number 2, Dawn Approach.
Yeah, same 4 as you, but I'm 6, Wink and a Nod on top from 5, Fuchsia Bandana, number 1, Blackheart Bart, and the 2, Dawn Approach.
Race number 6 at Ascot. It is Perth. Race number 14 for our Singapore viewers is over the 1800 metres. And Ian, an old performance that we both just watched in awe was the Forgotten One last start. The form hasn't been great from other horses coming out of the race, but when you just take it as raw data, it was a very good win.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what's doing my head in a little bit is that sectionals in the day were so strong, but nothing really has come from that race. But look, seeing is believing, and the Forgotten One did it quite easily in the end and has drawn quite well and looks progressive enough to run the 1800 metres out.
Won by a length on that occasion with Peter Nucky riding. Clint Johnson Porter will take this ride for this start, but we'll take a look at that victory first.
And now the director low flying to the outside. Now Pike's back there in the ruck with Van Ripper trying to push into the clear back in the pink colours at the 250, and Sandpipers at race 2 in front from Insurgency. Now the Forgotten One. Van Ripper gets into the clear, but Damajo away from the rail, followed by low flying. 100 to go. Sandpipers gathered up by the Forgotten One. The Forgotten One burst up, grabbed the lead from Sandpipers, but Damajo and the Forgotten One has handled.
Yeah, extended well, looks progressive enough and is in the right stable to get it done in this race. You have to put it on top because I just don't think there's much in this field that is in as good a form as the Forgotten One that you can really trust.
An honest one that you know what you're going to get is number 10, Night Prowler. It's shown us its whole career. Julie Mitchell trained Peter Hall to ride, which I think is a good bonus. Last start, everything was blown away by Illuminated, so I'm not too fazed by that form, but beaten a half length by Illuminated the start before, beaten only over a length by Special Delivery the start before that as well. Fitter now for the runs, is 4th up. I think this horse has got a lot of positives.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I think it's probably one of the main threats in this. They must have been scratching their head when they got within half a length of Illuminated and then picked up 2 kilograms on it, then lost by another 7.5 on top of it. So I'm not too sure whether Night Prowler went backwards or Illuminated went forwards. Bit of both probably. But drawn wide, Night Prowler, one of the main chances.
What about number 8, Quintessence here? A winner last start. The form has been so inconsistent. Hasn't had a lot of luck throughout the campaign, it's got to be said, but does go up now. They're 1.5 kilos. Lucy Warwick to ride for Brett Pogue.
You compare its record, Belmont, to Ascot. It clearly prefers Belmont. So Hopefully it can continue its form at Ascot, but it's very hard to trust. Inside barrier, but on speed, I don't know.
Let's take a look at the selections then for race number 6, and I'm going to be tipping number 3, the Forgotten One. From number 6, Don't Get Caught, number 10, Night Prowler, and number 8, Quintessence.
3, the Forgotten One on top from 10, Night Prowler, number 7, Maybe Next Year, and number 9, Flying Force.
Race number 7 at Ascot, it is Perth. Race number 16 for our Singapore viewers is the Crown Perth Belgravia Stakes. Of course, the listed race for the 3-year-olds, and there is class everywhere.
I mean this. I think this is the best race we've seen in 2015. It is brilliant. The quality from start to finish. We have undefeated horses in this going around. It's just going to be an absolutely brilliant race.
It is as exciting as I can remember one to prepare for as well. The replay that we're going to take a look at, this victory was as exciting as I've seen for a long time as well on course. Perfect Reflection carried the 56 kilos, just jumped out of the ground late in a time of 33.41. We'll take a look at that victory now.
Moving up there 3 and 4 deep at the top of the straight, and his luck peeling to the outside as well. Here comes Scales of Justice. Further back is Perfect Reflection, but War Blossom with a handy lead. 200 left to go. War Blossom by 2 lengths, and his luck. Scales of Justice, Perfect Reflection are starting to gun it down. War Blossom in front. Perfect Reflection mowing it down on the outside. It's going home brilliantly, and Perfect Reflection.
It drifted in the betting, Perfect Reflection. There wasn't a lot of confidence, but ultimately it was just too strong. It just came with that wet sail, as you mentioned, and career low weight by 3 kilograms just from the 2 starts, but down to 53 kilograms. This will be very hard to hold out.
Yeah, always a good lead with William Pike as well. Now, our Singapore viewers love to follow him, and when he's got the choice of so many and goes this way, 53 kilos, barrier 7, does look really hard to beat. The horse that the stable says they can't separate the two is number 12, Arcadia Dream. Joseph has a party to ride outside of the Perfect Reflection, barrier 8, 53 kilos as well. May be able to sit a little bit closer than the others.
Actually, on sectional times, Arcadia Dream is a little bit stronger than Perfect Reflection, but look, no disrespect to Joe Azzopardi. He's a great jockey on the rise, but William Pike is in another league. And when you take him off Arcadia Dream and hold him with Perfect Reflection, it seems very hard for that, even on sectionals, to turn the tables.
Which one of the Harrison pair do you like more? Because jockeys just keep swapping. Carberry rode Delicamis 2 starts ago, then rode Mystic Maid's, now gone back to Delicamis. Obviously, a lot of that comes down to the barrier draw. I'm still leaning with Mystic Maid. I think it's the better horse. Which way have you gone? Yeah,
Mystic Maid picks up 4 kilograms when it beat Showy Chloe over this distance. And Showy Chloe, we know what it's done and will likely be in the market, but Mystic Maid, I think, is probably the preferred chance.
Jintang was really impressive winner at Northam as well last night, winning by just over 2 lengths. Jason Brown to ride, drawn perfectly in barrier 1 with a 55 kilos as well. It's a newcomer, I guess, when you compare to some of these other runners, but has to be right in the mix as well.
I'm getting excited. Just when I look at the speed map of this race, I think it really troubles the back markers because we have Senso leading from a wide barrier, which will stretch them out, leaving Jintang barrier 1 close and on the rail, covering no ground with clear running. And sectionally on the day was outstanding. In the form around, it looks very strong.
Now let's go to the 2 that we've seen a lot of, Showy Chloe and Senso. Showy Chloe couldn't have been more impressive when winning the Group 3 WA size. For those that haven't seen it, won by almost 5 lengths. A really good ride by Mitchell Pateman, carrying the 54.5. Goes up to the 57, drawn out wide here, has to be some concerns. And Senso as well, really good performer at last campaign, and even this campaign as well at Belmont. Drawn out wide, but should be able to cross with the 56.5.
Yeah, Senso is the on-speed galloper. Will be very hard to run down, and proven at this distance. Showy Chloe, look, it didn't win until it got to the 1400 metre distance and gives away a hefty weight disadvantage to some of the others and has drawn wide. It will have to be a huge performance, but in saying that, from the trials it looks like it has improved.
Let's take a look at selections then, and I'm going to be tipping number 11 Perfect Reflection, from number 1 Showy Chloe, number 9 Mystic Maid, and number 12 Arcadia Dream.
5 Jintang on top from number 2 Senso, number 11 Perfect Reflection, and the 12 Arcadia Dream.
Final race of the day at Ascot, it is Perth, race number 18 for our Singapore viewers. It looks to be a really good battle again, and I'm excited to see a few of these horses go head-to-head, especially Battle Hero and Hazard Bill. But the replay that we're going to take a look at is a horse that is also in really good form, and that is My Sister Lil.
The bend, Agachar Cruz led them for home. Tiger Red about to let down and come at him. Biloxi in on the rail. Jewton next, Crown Choice. My Sister Lil into the clear. Regal Commander, Preta Party ahead the remainder. Agachar Cruz led Tiger Red, but here comes My Sister Lil. My Sister Lil closing the margin on Agachar Cruz. Races up, grabs her. Regal Commander running on, and then Tonto, Preta Party, but My Sister Lil too good for them.
Yeah, racing brilliantly, My Sister Lil, but look, no placings from 3 attempts at this distance, and we'll be back in the field, and this is the best field that she has met for a while.
And one of those horses that makes it the best horse or best field in a while is Hazardbill. A really good run in the race that we've already had a look at, which Blackheart Bart won. Was unlucky throughout, and for mine, it's one of the better bets of the day.
I completely agree. Drawn really well, will be on speed. I think the 1400s are positive, and it was probably the best race in the Birthday Stakes. 3 wide, no cover, and it was a brilliant performance.
Battle Heroes record speaks for itself now. 8 starts, 6 victories, 2 of them listed as well. Clint Johnson Porter takes the ride, drawn out wide. Is that just enough to lean you towards the Hazardbill way?
Oh, look, probably. But if it gets across, it'll be awfully hard to beat, but it's never really ventured that far from a wide barrier.
I'm going to be tipping number 9 Hazardbill here. From number 1, Battle Hero, number 8, My Sister Lil, and number 13, Palace Intruder.
9 Hazardbill from 13 Palace Intruder, 1 Battle Hero, number 12, Highly Secret.
Well, that brings us to the end of another edition of Box Seat, so it's time now to take a look at the best bets. I'm going to be tipping race 3, number 6, Silverstream, and race 8, number 9, Hazardbill.
Race 4, number 5, Key to Fame, and with you, race 8, number 9, Hazardbill.
As we say every week, make sure you do follow us on social media. Of course, Perth Racing on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you have a look at the website as well, perthracing.com.au. You'll be putting plenty of articles up as per usual, and there's a lot of event information now that we are back at Ascot. Hopefully we found you plenty of winners. We'll be back again next week with another edition of Box Seat.